new faces here. So by a show of hands, who are brand new to the chamber or who just joined? Raise them up high. Whoop, whoop. All right, let's give a round of applause. I'll tell you, when I was first hired with the chamber a year ago already, hit my anniversary, but we had 411 members. Right now, and I can tell this to a couple people because Ramsey here, who's the chamber president, he was, of course, on the hiring committee among others. And I remember saying, like, one of my goals is, of course, to increase the amount of new members. We definitely want to grow it back to where the chamber used to be, of course, pre-COVID. And my goal for the year was to hit 500. We're at 486. We know of friends or anything, bring them our way. And before we do, we start talking to members. And actually, a few months ago, I went to an IACCE conference, and it's basically a conference for chamber executives. And they were talking about the importance of membership, but it goes even way beyond that. Of course, the first thing as chamber staff, we just want to start rattling out like all of the different perks and why should you join the chamber and it'll grow your visibility, credibility, your growth, blah 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 blah. But it's important to actually for us to listen. So this conference really, I took a lot away from it, and I even started talking to my staff about it. So the guy behind the camera, that's our media coordinator, Mike, and then Andy here is our membership coordinator. So it's the three of us as the chamber staff. And the one thing I told these guys from the conference when I came back, I said, with new members, or of course to maintain our membership retention, I said we have to listen to what our members want. And that's important. Of course, that's most important before we start saying, oh, well, we can help you with the marketing, we can help you with promotion, we can do this event, that event. We need to listen. What do they need? How can we help them? Is the chamber a good fit, right? So those questions are super important. But then to start explaining the benefit behind the chamber, well, we can help you with A, B, and C and help you grow your network. So that's the change that we've been doing, and of course, we've been getting a lot of new members and even people spreading the positivity around, which is great. So I thank you for those, for that support as well. But besides the new members, who here are brand new to like an event like this or one of our MMMs? Okay, another round of applause. Because honestly, we're all busy with our full-time jobs or families, friends, if you have kids, maybe you have pets. I mean, we could be doing a lot of other things out there, but the fact that you guys found the time out of your day to come here and want to be here, we're very, very appreciative of that. Because that's how we continue to grow the chamber and spread positivity and do what we try to do best, and that's supporting each and every one of you, and of course listening. So how we're going to do this is actually I'm going to just explain some things that are upcoming with the chamber, how we of course can help you, some new initiatives we're doing, and we actually have our one board director here, Mike Buck. We're actually going to be nominating some new directors. So besides finally having a full staff on board, changing our initiatives, using this year really as a foundation builder, now we're starting to really shift our gears over to really developing a high-quality, solid board of directors. So I'm really excited about that because we can do some amazing things come next year. So that's also what's going to be taking place. And of course, Jeremy here. So he is the owner of Ballet 58. And I know one of you came up to me and said, wow, this is a unique location to have a MMM. And actually, I love it. Because it just shows you the diversity of businesses we have here in Orland Park. Like, who here by show of hands knew that we had a professional ballet company here in town? That's even more than I thought. So heck yes, that's amazing. But it's things like this and how important arts and culture is, and Jeremy will touch upon that, but also showcase some of what the dancers are working with and how even you guys can even partner with them. So that's what's important with the chamber, is sometimes you make these connections that you would never even dream of or think of. But it's just growing your network, both professionally and even personally. Maybe you have a daughter at home that dreamt about being a ballerina, and you know what, here's her chance. And you can make that connection with Jeremy then on a personal level, not maybe, business-wise, but that's what the chamber's all about, is growing your network, both personally as well as, of course, professionally. So, first and foremost, I just want to let you all know that November 2nd, so mark your calendars or bring out your phones, next weekend already. For the first time ever, we are collaborating with different chambers in the area. So we're coming together with Frankfurt, Mokina, Tinley Park, the Southland Chamber, and then ourselves. We are hosting the Southland Community Expo at Orland Square Mall. So the expo will take place from 12 o'clock to 4. So there are still spaces available if you at all would be interested in a booth. Just head on over to our website, orlandparkchamber.org. Under events, you can click down to the Southland Expo, and you can actually go and book your booth if that is something you at all would be interested in. And the space is still open, but we are going to end any sort of purchase of booths Monday at 5 p.m. just so that way we know the setup of how everything's going to be at the mall. So we still have space. You can still purchase your table if at all you're interested in that. But again, this is just the first expo really that we're partnering with the other local chambers. Again, I believe in, there's so much crossover, and honestly, looking at the spreadsheet, it's amazing to see how many of our chamber members are also members of other communities. So it's great for all of us to just come under one roof and to host a really great event. Right now we have 52 vendors. We're hoping to keep pushing that, so spread the word, get your tables if you're at all interested, because not only would you get the Community Expo goers, but you're also getting that weekend mall traffic as well. Second, our committees are continuing to grow, and Glenn here, as well as Rob over there, they lead the ambassador committee. So the ambassadors are really great for us because it promotes what the chamber all is about, our mission, and they're friendly faces. So when you do go to ribbon cuttings or business after hours or events like this, they are friendly faces who will, pull you in under their wing and ask you, like, what's your business? How can we help you? And then they know other people from attending various events and know how to link you guys together. So if you have any questions, both of the guys here who leads that committee are here. So please ask whatever questions you have, or maybe you're interested. And they meet actually on the second Wednesday of every month at Liberty Point Realty, right off of 143rd Street. So again, it's a great group, great way to get involved. Our own committee, so the Orland Women's Networking Committee, we've been meeting as a committee, but we've been hosting various events every 2 to 3 months for professional women in the area. So we just last week had our own breakfast at Payless Country Club. 50 professional women were in attendance. It was a great success. We had a great guest speaker, and just seeing a room full of women coming together, networking, sharing business cards with one another, it was really, really fantastic to see. Our next event that we're planning will take place either in December or January, and will be kind of like a coffee cappuccino connection. So more news to follow on that. But March 20th will be our big own luncheon. Location is to be determined, but March 20th, get it on your calendars. And our luncheons typically take place between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Any questions so far? No? Okay. We also have young professionals. So yesterday, the young professionals group met at Coach's Corner. And again, similar to this Community Expo, I believe in multiple partnerships. It's great to meet with the other chambers. So our Young Professionals Committee actually is a partnership between between us and then Tinley Park Chamber. So we've been coming together to just grow this committee, bringing young professionals to the group, which are typically people 40 and under. But actually, Young Pros is open to all ages, because people above 40, they serve as great mentors. So we encourage, if that is something you're at all interested, send staff or even yourself come. and, speak about your career to young pros, kids that are coming straight out of college, maybe their first year getting a full-time banking job. It's great to see people just communicate with one another. Our MMM next month in November will be at Jane's Boutique. That is the week of Thanksgiving. They'll likely be running some sales, so if you have to do some, Christmas shopping for, say, a wife, a daughter, a niece, super cute boutique for some really unique gifts, if at all you're interested in that. So that's for next month. December's MMM, that one is going to be canceled just because it lands on Christmas Day. But we are looking to host a Christmas party for members. So still working on a place for that, as well as speaking with my board about, what we want to do for the Christmas party. So definitely be on the lookout, check our website, check our calendar, more news will be coming your way. The other thing that the Chamber is working on is a brand new sponsorship booklet. This is something brand new. In the past, we've always, of course, had our different events, explain about the different sponsorship opportunities for your business or nonprofit. But we want to really give you that news way in advance. That way you guys can, of course, plan accordingly. I know everybody has a different budget that they're working with. So we're looking at rolling out a sponsorship booklet next month to let all of you know in advance what events are upcoming for 2025, what you can sponsor, what you can participate in. So again, be on the lookout for that. And that's actually all I have. Any questions? No? Yes?
The event, say, the November 2nd, what time is it?
So it starts at noon, but vendors are able to start coming around 10:30, 11 o'clock for setup. Right at Orland Square Mall. Okay. So I'm actually going to now turn it over to Mike Buck here.
Yes, unfortunately, we have to take care of some legal business, which I will do from my imaginary podium. Hope it works out. The Orland Park Area Chamber of Commerce is an Illinois not-for-profit corporation governed by a board of directors. Our bylaws authorize a board of 15 directors, and a third of that board is elected every year. The purpose is to keep a rotation new membership, at least in theory. I don't know, I've been a member for over 10 years. Rotated the out. I sense it may be coming, but not yet. A nominating committee is formed in July to solicit people for the purpose of having them express an interest in becoming a board member, and then the board puts together a slate of 5 nominees who will serve for 3 years. Sometimes we have board members elected irregularly during the course of a year when somebody resigns from the board. So just it's a heads up, if anybody's interested in becoming a board member, don't hesitate to contact one of the board members or officers of the chamber. You never know, we may have a space for you. Finally, the slate that's selected in July by the board of directors is then voted on at the monthly membership meeting in October, which is what we're doing right now. But before I get to the nominees, I just want to introduce our current members. If they're, I'll read their names. If they're here, they can stand up. If they're not here, they obviously don't have to stand up. Randy Barcella of Real Estate Revealed. We have Andre Nozell, IT Unified Realty. Michelle Cruz, Edwards Realty. There's myself. Glenn Borkowski, Dreammaker Bath Kitchen. Ramsey Hassan, Edwards Realty. Okay, thank you. And the nominees that have been for the slate for this year are Rob Waymeyer of Waymeyer Photography, Edward Gasek of Maxon Maintenance. He's way over on the other side of the world right now. Ed, if you're there, stand up. Lindsay Evans of Liberty Point Realty and Consulting. Lindsay's not here today. She Neveha Zagar, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, of Publicity, and Charlie Dwyer, that is a woman. I've met 3 women named Charlie in the last year. It's really strange. She's Darwin, she isn't, she's definitely one. Charlie Dwyer of Darwin Furniture and Mattress. So our slate for this year are Rob Waymeyer, Edward Gasek, Lindsay Evans, Neveha Zagar, and Charlie Dwyer. So that is our slate. We'll be voting on as submitted to the membership. Are there any nominations from the floor? Hearing none. I will accept the motion that these, I will entertain a motion that the members of the, that this slate be approved by the membership. I motion. Surveyor, second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Who knew you guys were gonna be doing that?
All opposed? Okay, these 5 people will become members of the board at the installation on February 6th.
Does anybody else have any further questions in regards to the chamber, the board of directors, myself, Andy, Mike? Yes, and Andy.
So I just wanted to give a shout out to Pepos. We have our ribbon cutting this morning at 10 in the morning, and it was last minute. They really insisted in having it today. They're like, can we please have it? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? You know, because we accommodate to our members. So I also, and then Sarah was like, oh, wait, ask them if they could sponsor lunch for the MMM right 2 hours after. So I just wanted to give a shout out for them. And thank you, Pepos. You're not here present, but thank you. I hope you see this video. So thank you for that. And also, earlier this year, we had a Chamber Week in September. I forget if it was the first or second week of the month. And it was Chamber Week, and we had questions, a questionnaire, one question per week, per day, during the week. And then Famous Dave's won all the questions. They got them all right. And the prize was every single member, monthly membership meeting for a whole year. They get a shout out. So Famous Dave's, if you're watching this video, well, this is your shout out. So please go eat at Famous Dave's. They have really good ribs and delicious cornbread. So
They have
Well,
Baker Square pies too.
And Baker Square pie, so I know like around the corner is Thanksgiving, I still can't believe it, but yes, they have Baker Square pie, so apple pie, pecan pie.
Front still.
Do you have a question?
I just want to say thank you to you 3 for being one of the best we've ever had in the main office. You're incredible. I'm always a big proponent of networking, and that's the part of my success over the years, meeting new people all the time. And I say this to all the run these meetings. You're sitting at a table with people you may not know really well. Call them and say, you got an hour for coffee or breakfast in the morning or lunch or a social hour or something, because there's somebody you know that probably can help me in my business and personal life. There's people in my life that can help you in your personal business life. And this is the beautiful thing about networking. And I love Orland Park. If you want a car, you can't get better than 159th Street with Dan McMillan, who runs 4 of the dealerships for RZA right here. We've got the biggest, best public library. They can help you and your family and children with everything and anything. Cleaning services, real estate brokers. I mean, the list goes on, and I know I'm missing painting and a great attorney. And Ramsey's got the greatest Edwards Realty for property management, kitchens and baths right here with Glenn. Great realtors. These 2 ladies just came on right away with a member, and I said, you guys are so ambitious, you should be ambassadors, and they are right now. So you're all fabulous and wonderful in your special way. And truly, networking is the key. And I'm selling my house now after 30 years, and they said, Randy, where are you moving to? I said, I'm staying in Orland Park. I love Orland Park. I know almost all the business people that are in Orland Park. I'm just done with the big house days of 30 years, and I like living here. But the key is get to know your friends here because it has helped me with my business over the years. And if you just started the first year or two or a couple of months, give it time because there's 480 members, and out of that list, somebody can help you with your personal business life. And so I'm just excited to be here at all these meetings with you all. So thank you.
And that's what's amazing with the and like he even stated, various people who are here and the different organizations or businesses that you're from. And that's even why with our MMMs now lately, not only have we been shifting our times that way, it makes more availability to our membership, because I know some mornings don't work for some. Maybe some evenings just don't work because you're trying to get your kids off to, their sport practice. So we understand that's why we've been always, shifting to different times for our membership meetings every month, from 8 a.m., 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. It opens up that doorway for more of our members to participate. Plus also hosting it at various member locations, like a ballet studio. It's a way for everybody in our membership to understand the diversity of the different businesses that not only are in Orland Park, or just the community as a whole in general, but also how much diversity we have in our membership. And we really, really love that, because who knows who you may, come across and meet. But without further ado, Jeremy, I'm going to turn it over to you. And please be
Thank you so much, Sarah. If I haven't met you before, my name is Jeremy Slager. I am the Executive Director here at Ballet 58, and we are very excited to have you with us. Something we hear more often than we would like is, we had no idea you were here. So we are hoping that we can change that a little bit at a time, and this is a big moment for us to be able to get to showcase who we are to you guys here. So Ballet 58 was started in 2012 by my lovely wife, who you'll get to see in a little bit. And it was started actually over in Mokina, right behind the Dunkin' Donuts. We moved into this space in 2019, and we love it here. So as far as ballet studios go, the studio we're about to go into, Studio 1, I believe is the largest ballet studio in the Chicagoland area. It is 50 feet by 60 feet. It's got a black box theater set up, so if you go in, you'll see there's lights, and we can set up stuff so we can have full shows in here. But then we also love to perform all around the area. So our main performance for our school is they're going to be at Lincoln Way East. Our professional company, we are a resident company at the Harris Theater downtown. So that's the one that's right in Millennium Park. That one's underground. The Pritzker is up, the one that has a little egg-shaped thing on top. So big picture who we are is we are a ballet company. So that means professional dancers, kind of like Joffrey Ballet, where you see them here now. This is their day job. They get paid to be here. They get paid to perform. We have gathered about 40 professional artists from around the country, and they live here, they work here, they serve here, and they're a part of the community. We then perform usually about, it's a lot. The professional company performs about 25 to 30 times a year. A lot of them are going to be in Chicago. Some of them are going to be here in the south suburbs. But then we also tour the country. Washington, D.C. We were just in Minneapolis. We'll be in Detroit later this year. And so really bringing world-class art, not just to this area, but all the way around the country. And we've got a lot of national recognition. The ballet that we just did at the beginning of October, we had Chicago Magazine wrote a featured article on it. Fox News was here doing a featured piece. ABC, WGN, they all kind of ran TV articles. And they all said the same thing. We had no idea this was here in Orland Park. So we're fixing that. So we've got the professional company that is like Joffrey level ballet, bringing world-class artists. And our goal is really to treat them well, to be dancer focused. So to find healthy ways that they can have a career, not just for a few years, but for a long, long time. We also have a school that is here. So that's going to be for aspiring dancers who want to become professional artists. And I am very excited that we have seen that mission thrive. Our dancers have been placed in the best ballet programs around the country. Just this year, so the best ballet school in the country is the School of American Ballet in New York. It was started by George Balanchine. Last summer, they had 2 students that they accepted on full ride scholarships to their whole program, and ours was one of them. They accepted 4 National Visiting Fellows. My wife was one of them. So she got to go to their school and train. And then they also are doing 2 special workshops this year that are going to be free of charge in communities across the country, really with an emphasis on building in diverse backgrounds into ballet. And that's going to be next week. One of them is here. So we're seeing that like national recognition happen. Along with that, though, we are really focused on training up good humans. Because we know that a lot of times ballet is, not everybody's going to go that far into it, and we want to provide something to them that's going to last. And so when your student or when your daughter or son takes ballet, it's more than just dance. It's physical training. It's learning mental training of how to focus and stay in class. I'm a parent of 3, and all 3 of my kids are here. They're in ballet. And it's a couple hours where they're not on a screen. They are able to be with their friends, working together towards a common goal, learning, training, and it's demanding, but that builds resilient people that we also see become really good employees, that they become really good business leaders. They're able to bounce back. I don't know if my wife wanted me to tell the story, but yesterday she was actually just about to start class. We have a conservatory program. They're here now. They dance for like 4 or 5 hours a day. It's high school students. Many of them have like moved here from across the country. And she just noticed when they were starting class that they were all very emotional. They were all feeling very heavy. So she asked them, she's like, what's going on? Is it okay? And she's like, let's actually pause. So before we just jump right into class, let's take 5 minutes. Let's talk through what's going on. Let's sit and be quiet. Let's feel those emotions so that we can learn to process through them instead of trying to ignore it all. And it was remarkable how they were able to learn those emotional skills that are going to serve them for the rest of their life. And that's in ballet. We also love partnering with organizations. Glad Ari's here. So we partner with Ari's mental health counseling. They come here twice a year, more than twice a year now. You've been here a lot. And they do seminars for our kids, teaching them mental health resources, resilience, and we wanted to build a connection with a local place that if they need help, they know where to go. We have done collaborations with different businesses in the area where with Evelina's Red Dresser, we did a reel where we sent our dancers in and they're like, the season's changing and you can change your wardrobe. And had a little like thing with the dancers where they did a fun little social media promotion. So we really want to be invested in the community, invested in you guys. We have lots of ways that we can work together. A couple of great ways that we can do that. One, if you want to do like a social media partnership, we'd love to do that. We send a couple dancers over to your space, do a little bit of a filming in there, and then we kind of cross promote each other that way. We have our big show coming up, Beyond the Nutcracker, that is in December 21st, 22nd. We've got about 2,000 people that come to that show that are all in the local area. So it's a great place to feature your business, and we sell program ads. They're not very expensive, but it's a great way to be a part of the program, to support the arts in the area, and gain awareness with that community here. And then, as any nonprofit, we also accept donations and sponsorships. And we would love to be able to partner with different businesses in the area to support this area with high quality arts and to support you guys too with being able to showcase what you do in our area. So today we are going to have a little bit of an excerpt of a performance of our Nutcracker that is coming up. This is going to be the professional dancers, and you're going to get to see a few different pieces. One thing I did just want to mention too is that we have an amazing costume team that is in-house here. I don't think we have costumes for today's performance, but if you come to the one Nutcracker, it's beautiful. Everything is stitched, designed, everything is in here. I was going to remember that too. So if you want to come to Nutcracker, there's a couple different things. One, we have posters and postcards. If you want to hang them up in your businesses, pass those out. Greatly appreciate that. If you would like to come, send me an email. I can set aside tickets for you. We would love to have you join us, see what we do, get another taste of kind of the resources we're building into the community. Because we want to see Orland Park be a place where people thrive, and we think that having really high quality arts education and performance is a big part of that.
Does anybody have any questions?
Yes?
What was the date again for the Beyond the Nutcracker?
December 21st and 22nd is our show that'll be at Lincoln Way East. We also have our professional company is performing downtown November 30th and December 1st. So it's the same show, but the school will be doing the performance here at Lincoln Way. Professional company will be at Athenaeum. Both are beautiful shows. Definitely worth going to. And if you'd like to go, let me know and I can get you a ticket. I've got business cards if you want to get in touch.
What's the meaning of the name?
Yes, so 5:8 is actually from a verse in the Bible, Romans 5:8. And we believe that it's a verse that talks about the love of God that he has before we've done anything good or bad. And so for us, that's an important and meaningful thing that we want to bring into the work that we create. We want it to reflect who God is. It's something that we think is a deep part of our inspiration for who we are, how we operate. And so being able to be and show that love is an important part of who we are.
I never knew that. I'm shocked. Because I always thought, so I used to dance in high school and college as well, and I always just thought it was like the counting. Because normally in dance, it's counting like 2, 8.
You
know,
5,
1,
6,
2,
7, 8.
So that's what I thought. 'Cause that's how we would begin. 5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8. 1, 2,
Yes.
3. Yeah. That's what you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Did you ever, since you're so well established in dance, did you ever think about expanding to maybe ballroom, adagio, Latin dance? Like Sarah and similar, I used to dance in competition for 6 years, and dancing is just a passion of mine. But you're doing such a fabulous job. And I want to give you some free spots on my radio show.
Oh, fantastic.
So I'll talk to you after this. But you have such a, this is so huge.
Yeah,
This
it's
is huge.
12,000 square feet. So it's a big location.
And I totally compliment you on trying to have mental health along with this, and what your 5A stands for. I pray, I commend you really a lot for what you're doing. Great job.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Jeremy, we can head out and
Are we
see
ready?
the performance.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you guys follow me, we're going to head over to Studio
Short
1,
ex-
about 15 minutes, little excerpt of this, our professional dancers, to see what it is like when we...
Taking your seat? No, you're good. Okay, you're good.
All right, well, thank you guys so much. We are ready to do a little excerpt of Beyond the Nutcrackers. This is my lovely wife, Juliana Rodriguez-Slater. And she's going to introduce you to a couple of the pieces and the dancers that will be performing.
Awesome. Thanks, Jeremy. Well, first of all, thank you so much for being here and for just being such a wonderful part of our community. We love being here at Orland Park and really getting to see how we can contribute to the community through education, through the arts, and of course, our very favorite way to do that is to perform. So thank you for that opportunity for us. Behind me are some of the dancers of Ballet 5/8. There's about 40 of us, all said and done, so this is just a small group of that. They're performing Beyond the Nutcracker throughout the next couple of months in various different venues. Our school is also performing it right here in Frankfurt at Lincoln Way East, so that'll be coming up very soon. Today we're going to show you a couple of excerpts. The first one is called The Snow Angels, and then the second one is the Bron Pas de Deux. In our version, it's Mary and Joseph. And then the third excerpt is the Chinese divertisement, and the last one is the American divertisement. So some of it is a little bit of a twist from a traditional nutcracker. If you've seen a traditional nutcracker before, our version of the show kind of gives you the traditional nutcracker in some ways, but it brings you on the journey of the first Christmas and kind of ties in the nativity story to a traditional nutcracker. So it's super fun, it's very whimsical, there's like amazing projections and sets and all sorts of fun stuff, and a cast of 300 adorable children who are not here today, but they are fantastic. So yes, you will very much enjoy it. So without further ado, please enjoy the dancers of Ballet 5/8, starting with Snow Angels. we've been working through in this show is making sure that when we create a piece, that it really represents the culture with respect and with a lot of research behind the culture that it represents. And so our China advertisement is one of those, and I'm very excited for you to see this because I think it embodies a beautiful way to appreciate culture rather than to show a cliche or kind of a stereotype. And our big finale for this performance is the American advertisement. This one is not in the traditional Nutcracker at all. This is something that I created for this show. And I thought to myself, after watching Nutcracker for so long, where's our piece? Why don't we have any Americans in this show? So we have what I think of as the best traits of the American spirit, the joy, the exuberance, the fast pace, all of it set to fantastic music. So please enjoy the American advertisement.
Thank you once again for coming to Ballet 5 for getting to see a little bit about what we do. If you don't have a business card from me yet to get free tickets to the show, please see me. We have posters and postcards for the full Beyond the Nutcracker show out in the front. Feel free to take those, put them up, and yeah, thanks again for being here.
Like I said, again, thank you for staying and watching. watching and enjoying the lovely performance. It makes me want to dig out my old ballet shoes, dances, which I have not gotten rid of. So I'm ready to come and, try out my skills. But again, thank you. Again, this is just a lovely way to show everybody the diverse membership that we do have here with the Orland Park Area Chamber of Commerce. And two, just to kind of showcase all of the different members that we do have. If you go on our website, and then as well, always on our, or in our annual community guides that get mailed out, we have directories available too. So, make sure too that since you guys are members with the chamber, if you guys are not on the directory, please let the staff try